back to my channel. Thanks so much for being here. We're here, still sounding like this. Follow me on Instagram or TikTok, which that's where I post the most in real time. You already know this. I've had the most fucking deathly cold for weeks since I got back from France. Fuck it, pour me. You win some, you lose some when you go to one of your best friend's weddings, one of your childhood friends' weddings, and fly 901 hours to get there and don't sleep the entire time, because it was a fucking marathon and it was so much fun. But like the minute I landed in LA, I was like, you're done. You're done. You're sick. It's happening. And that's exactly what happened. And it's been 2 weeks and the cough is just now starting to get better, which is why I sound like this. Anyway, we're really hoping that by next week, I don't sound like I chain smoke a pack of cigarettes a day, because something is very exciting is happening next weekend, which I actually just announced today on Instagram. I am moderating not just a conversation on any stage, but on the main stage with one of the keynote speakers at this year's Create and Cultivate Festival. Create and Cultivate has been on my bucket list for years. Oh my God, it's such a cool festival. They put it on every year and it's just a meeting of the minds. You hear from thought leaders, celebrities, founders, people in tech, like across industries, entertainment, media, sports, all of the things for women in business, curated for us, by us. And so I'm really honored to get to be a part of it this year. That is what we're working on today. We are prepping our questions. And yeah, I'm gonna eat these leftovers and then I'm going to get a haircut because, oh my God, it's time. It's definitely time. It's to my ass. High school Gabby is fucking back and thriving. When I was in high school, maybe I'll insert a photo, my hair was to my fucking ass crack, like past my ass crack. And that was the vibe. That was the vibe at the time. And listen, it still is the vibe. And I love long hair, but it's when it starts to fucking tickle my little booty, like it's time. After the salon, we are going to head over to an event for Chill House that my friend Christy is throwing. So excited to do that. Okay, I'm running out the door. I'm so late, but I wanted to show you my outfit really quickly. Here's what's happening. Can you see it? Can you see it? Pants, these are from Nuuly, but the brand Maeve. The shoes are Aloha's. This top I just got from Dish. I love it. It's so cute. Low one shoulder linen top. I really wanted more tops in my life. I feel like the bottoms and I were figuring it out, but the tops, I needed more tops that were not like going out tops and that weren't t-shirts. So this is a nice in-betweener that I'm happy about. And then I have my Dragon Diffusion bag, which I love. We're headed out the door. We're going to get that haircut that I told you that I so desperately need, which is why my hair fucking looks like shit right now. And then we're going to a Chill House event. I'll see you later. Bye. I'm gonna suffocate because I just turned this AC off, so let me talk really fast. I cut like 2 inches off my hair, which was necessary, needed. We did a lot more layers than we normally do, which I like. Well, I always do a lot of layers, but we did a little bit of shorter layers, especially in the front. And then girl, we just needed to get those inches off. So like it's to here now. It was basically to my fucking ass. So glad we got that resolved. Now we are going to literally just go down the street, which is amazing, to the Chill House event. It's at a nail salon. So all staying in the neighborhood, which makes me very happy. We're about to jump on a call with Cam, who is my videographer, who's gonna be helping me out the day of the Create and Cultivate shoot. Oh my God, wait, side note, yesterday, the second that I stopped recording, being like, I don't know if I can tell you who I'm gonna be speaking with yet, like Create and Cultivate hasn't announced it, they literally announced it on social media. So it's gonna be Becky G. That's what's gonna be happening. When I tell you guys, this is like such a bucket list moment all around. I think she's the dopest. The style of it is like same thing we do for IRREGARDLESS. Like I always love the shots that you get. I think everything should be shot wide, like horizontal. But I liked what you said last time where like the camera can show the markers of what would be vertical, like for social. Yeah. What I want more of, or like focused of, especially for the panel of us talking, instead of being super zoomed in on me or zoomed in on her, it's like capturing us both on stage together and like establishing that presence. So I'm sitting here just working on finalizing my questions and the script for my conversation with Becky. I know there's going to be a teleprompter with clock, like a timer, so I can tell when the conversation needs to wrap, which is so helpful because I have done panels where there's like no one's even flagging to tell you like wrap it the fuck up, and they're like, you have 30 minutes. Honestly, a great skill of mine has become I can just like tell with timing. Like I have a good internal clock. Like for IRREGARDLESS, I'm going going off strictly vibes, like strictly vibes. We don't have a timer. My producer's not flagging me unless I'm like going way over, which really only happened the first episode. My internal clock is fantastic, but I would love to have, especially for something like this high stakes, I would love the fact that there's a timer there. So that's great. So I know that there's a teleprompter for that. Finalizing the questions now to send to the Create and Cultivate team. And then they're also going to send it to Becky's team. And I mean, I will say the great part about this is that I do know Becky's team. And so I've been able to like send little voice notes here and there being like, hey, pulse check on this. What do you think about this? Blah, blah, blah. But I thought it would be interesting to tell you guys a little bit about the way that I prep in terms of questions. Cause I think a common question that someone might have if they are prepping to interview somebody or host a panel is, how do you know how many questions to have? And again, it's sort of like a vibe check thing. I think it's always better to be over prepared than under prepared. So I would always recommend having way more questions than you'd think. I think like for an hour-long conversation, anywhere between like 15 to 20 questions. And like for 30 minutes, again, I would still have like 10 to 15. And it depends on who you're interviewing because some people are super long-winded and some people don't fucking talk at all. So you like kind of never know what you're gonna get. If you've never interviewed this person, I would definitely like stalk them and see how they tend to answer. I would always kind of assume the worst, like assume that they're not gonna talk a lot. So be prepared with extra questions. And then the way that I do it is I tier the questions out. So obviously I put them in order, but I tier them out in the way that there's like backup questions. So I'll tend to put the backup questions either like at the bottom, but if they're questions that need to be like worked into the conversation, in the middle of the conversation, I'll like put them as a bullet point after the main question and I'll like mark it so that I know that it's a backup question, aka like if we have time, if we're getting through the questions very quickly and like this can flow into the conversation, like ask the question, but it's not one of those like integral, we absolutely have to ask this question on this panel. So if we don't get time to do it, like it's fine and nothing happens. But I think always better to be way over prepared. To how many days there are in a month, that it was every other month other than February. Obviously it was like 30 then 31, 30 then 31, but July and August was at 31 days. Strange. Anyway, here is my beautiful board that I blur out in the majority of every single one of my videos because there's usually fun secret stuff on there that you can't see, but today we're refreshing it. I realized I probably shouldn't have erased July because we have not finished July, so I just put July at the top, but I like to see 3 months in advance because 3 months goes like that. And I just wanted to show you how it looks because I literally just got it off Amazon. I'll link it down below for you guys, but I love that bitch. That bitch and I were like this. It's just nice to see. I love a visual reminder of things, and also it is like a nice way to feel inspired, especially when I see like exciting things on the calendar. I'm like, we have a good month coming up. Like, go team. I'm filming on my iPhone because my camera is, I have to clear the memory storage, doesn't matter. Okay, I just suddenly got the urge to cut a bunch of my t-shirts because I'm sitting here trying to get ready for the day. It's Friday, FYI, and nothing was sparking any joy. And I was like, I think I just like need to cut the neck off some of my shirts and act the way that I did in middle school. It was like everyone's doing that and it looks cute as fuck. So thanks Leah Katab from Love Island last year that got everybody to start fucking slashing their shirts like we're in middle school again. But it is fucking cute and it does, I think, add a little something fun, especially for the summer, to our t-shirts. And I have so many t-shirts that I just pulled out of my closet that I've had for years and years and years that just like don't do it for me anymore. They're either like kind of old and gross, or they're just like they've run its course. The neck, as my boyfriend calls it, looks drunk, like it's just not good, or they're just like awkward, like they're too oversized and it's like awkward and weird or whatever. So anyway, I'm still in my PJs. Sorry, my floor is fucking creaky as hell, and I'm just gonna start cutting some of these because I need to get dressed for the day, and this is what I think is gonna be the solution. Okay, I'm gonna put you lower. Also, ignore this. This is what pisses me off about my bed. I have a king size mattress, which is the best thing ever. That's not what pisses me off. What pisses me off is I also have a king size duvet insert and duvet cover, and I think you always have to like size up for bedding in terms of the duvet so that it draped actually over the bed nicely, because it's always just like it doesn't drape over the fucking mattress. So I need to get a California king sized duvet cover and duvet insert. So anyway, ignore that. If you're a bedding company and would love to send me one, hit me up. Today I'm thinking of like I want to just do a plain white t-shirt. So I think we'll start with my Hanes t-shirt. I fucking hate the arms and I hate how this shirt falls on me. So I think we can start here safely. I feel like I'm gonna start like here and then let it get bigger over here. Okay, Not too bad. I do want to cut the bottom, and I don't really feel like trying it on. I feel like this feels good to make it like kind of crop. Oh fuck. All right, let's try it. Let's try this one on and see how bad of a job I did. This is actually pretty perfect. I want to cut this a little bit more, but you see what I mean? Like this is just too, maybe I could just do that. It was just too form-fitting for me. Honestly, I impressed myself. I put on some silver bangles. I have my silver hoops downstairs, so I haven't put them on yet. But here's what we're working with. This Hanes tee, it's still a little uneven. I went back and forth on the bottom like 75 times. I still need to cut it here a little bit. Just like a little bit more, but I feel like it makes sense that it droops down that way anyway, because it's like that. Oh, well, I guess if it's like this, it is even, huh? God, Gabby, sometimes I fucking amuse myself. Honestly, going like this and just ripping the seams really worked. Okay, wait, let me lower you on chin so you can see. But I'm just wearing these black dress pants. They're my new favorite thing ever. Okay, but I'm kind of happy about this. I feel like it gave me a whole new life on my wardrobe, and I still have this pile of shirts tonight. That's gonna be my project tonight because it's Friday night, and a bitch loves staying in on a Friday night, let me tell you. I can get my memory card, so now we can actually record on the camera again. This new camera is amazing. Part of that being amazing thing is that the storage on the memory card gets fucking swallowed up by the second because the quality is way higher. I'm not shooting in 4K because I did try that, and I basically was able to shoot 20 minutes of footage and it took up all of the memory on my memory card. So we're shooting not in 4K, but it's like the one ring down. So it's still pretty fucking good. Anyway, I don't know if you give a fuck. I just did some work on my computer. I filmed some content. Today is Friday. I don't know if I already mentioned that, but I do like to film content on Fridays because I send emails on Friday, don't get me wrong, but I'm like not gonna get responses really. And sometimes like people aren't paying attention on a Friday. So I will definitely allot time to film videos for Instagram, for TikTok, whatever, and actually create content on a Friday because I don't then play the mental game with like, you could be doing something else and getting an answer out of somebody like right now type vibe. I'm gonna zoom in a little bit more. This camera, also another great thing about this camera is that it doesn't zoom in as quite as much as my old camera, but it does capture like way more, which is awesome. Anyway, I think I'm gonna wear this little bag. I have it sitting here because I filmed a TikTok about this outfit and I was like, help me pick a bag to wear, and it was between these two bags. I haven't even posted the video yet, so who fucking knows. I love this little LL Bean bag. It has a monogrammed G on it. I love the color of the G. My friend Ruby made these for us for her bachelorette, and it was such a cute bachelorette gift. But anyway, thank you so much for watching today's video. I hope that you enjoyed it. I'm going to be filming another vlog that will, fingers crossed, also be going live. Not also be going live. It will be going live the week after you see this vlog because Create and Cultivate is next weekend, and so I want to be filming even more of my prep for it, and then obviously day of get that footage for you guys and put that into a nice vlog for the YouTubes. I hope you're having an amazing day. I hope that you have been able to find moments of rest and of silence and of stillness, because that is so important to manage whatever is going on up top. We are living through a motherfucking crazy time, and it is a really big privilege that we get to take moments of stillness, and so I never want to take that for granted. And at the same time, I also want to remind you to not take that for granted, and if you are able to take those moments, please do so, because we got to keep going, because we have a long road ahead of us. I know I don't need to remind you guys that we're only like six months in to this fucking shit show. Okay, I feel like I'm having visions. I'm gonna go now. Thank you guys so much for being here. I truly appreciate every single one of you. Thank you for clicking on this video. If you're new here, consider sticking around, hitting that subscribe button, hitting the like button if you enjoyed it, leaving me a comment down below, letting me know where you're watching this from. I love seeing what part of the world you guys are in. So I will talk to you guys in my next video. Bye guys.